Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick and today guys we're going to be jumping down into the world of XRP, taking a look at that price action, what's been going on and where I think things are heading next. So as I get into it, if you find it useful and informative, smash that like button. I do appreciate that. If you are new to the channel, then why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all the notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord guys, what you're waiting for, check it out. Link is in the description below. Let's jump right down into the video here for XRP. Now, it's going to be quite difficult to kind of do some technical analysis on the 1 hour time frame, but I'm going to give it a small stab here just to see kind of what's going on. Now, for the most part, as you can kind of see here, we're finding brief support on our 50 EMA on our 1 hour time frame. Now, I'm going to draw some trend lines on here just to kind of help show and illustrate what's going on, because it does look like we are coiling up right into here, like so. Now, with this, we have to kind of consider this a bit of a continuation pattern. Okay, so we can see that we had our move to the downside here, and then this is our basically our continuation pattern, and we are likely to kind of break on down. That's kind of where my mind is at on this one, but there are a few other things we have to kind of consider. Okay, one, we're losing momentum, okay, as we're going along here. So although we are in higher lows, okay, and lower highs, we are in lower lows on our stochastic RSI. We're losing momentum. This isn't actually terribly too bad, because if you think about this, right, we're going along, volumes are not really necessarily into selling so much, which is why you can see this kind of moving down here, right? There's not enough selling pressure to kind of, or there's not enough buying or selling pressure to kind of really push us up into the overbought range. All it's doing is basically pushing us back down into the oversold area. And then of course at the same time you have the lower highs because you can't break past that area. There's not enough buying pressure, and that's where the sellers are. And then of course on the low side you can see here that the sellers aren't able to kind of push through the buying because lots of buying is happening on that 50 EMA as well. So essentially we're coiling up, but we need to consider what outcome of this, and whereas it can go either way. I think if we were to try to logically break this down, we have a possibility of a break upwards. And I think, as I was just saying, this looks like a continuation pattern where we got to continue going down here. I think actually the reality of the situation is we're more than likely going to break upwards, and we're going to be having to look at this thing as a first move up. And then we kind of consolidate it in a continuation pattern, and then we break up out of this one. Doesn't distract us. It's not going to be a massive move by the looks of it. If I go and use the fib tools here, it looks like we are probably going to be pushing up maybe more towards the 76.18 to 77.93. That'll pretty much be around about here, and that is just because it would be a 1-to-1 to 1.236 on an ABC structure. Let me go ahead and remove those arrows now, we don't need them. So it would be something to this effect, right? That would be that. Now, that in itself would actually tie into a more bearish situation later, because if we take this move up here, we have to acknowledge that this is a move down. This could be our move up, and then we move back down again, where we would find and try to find support on that 200 EMA, right? So unless we can break up higher than our current 93.8 on this 1 hour time frame, expectations are that we'll probably have a small move upwards and then we break on down. We're looking for that 200 EMA essentially as our support level. Within, just for clarity guys, within our area here we have a 3-wave drop as well. So the expectation would either be that we have a 3-wave drop here, or it becomes a 5-wave drop at the end to make a flat correction. But essentially that would be where that would be. I think that's where that's likely to go, in my opinion. Up, then break down, right? So, and being the Sunday, you tend to find that that's the most volatile day of the weekend. Lots of people trying to get and enforce their closed positions in stronger areas, the bulls versus the bears or whatever, right? And so from an Elliott wave theory point of view, it looks like an upward directional move is probable. We're losing that momentum and becoming oversold, so we could see a bit of a break to the upside. Now, if I take off the stochastic RSI and throw in our divergences, so have a divergence indicator here, looking for any hidden or or just standard divergence, if I can talk today, whether that is hidden bearish or bullish, or whether it's just standard, bullish or bearish divergence, and there's nothing being indicated here, and it's looking reasonably strong, right? So I'm not too concerned about that. The RSI is in an okay spot, and the volume profiles are non-existent, as you can kind of see, right? So for everything kind of going on here, this is the most probable scenario. Now, if I bring this up towards our daily time frame, you can see that we hit our C wave target very nicely. We hit that bang on, which is something that we've been talking about for a while. It took obviously XRP to get clarity around whether it's a security or not to kind of do that, but we kind of hit our target range, right? This is something that we've been talking about for weeks. You can kind of see that we're talking about this move to the upside. The commenters in the comment section of the YouTube video obviously were saying that XRP isn't doing nothing but going down. So I'm here to say you were wrong and I was right. Screw you, haters in the comment section. Little rant over there. Nonetheless, right, we hit our target. This is great. It's fantastic. But once we hit these targets, our expectations are that we have to cool off. We have to move on down. And I think that's essentially what we're doing here on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, we are essentially seeing that pattern play on out. Could be a tad too soon to really kind of call it, because the volatility that we see on those hourly charts, considering the kind of fundamental breaks that have happened here, are quite difficult to kind of track, right? Because you can see we were just expecting a pit stop up in this range on the C wave, and it rallied on the way through, right? So as great as this is, has it changed much? Well, it changes the micro structures for sure, but it doesn't change our macro here. So we are looking for a call off. We are looking to probably come down, as I said yesterday, within this little range that we were kind of pinpointing. I think it was 53 to 58 cent. It's somewhere in this little sweet spot, I believe. Right around here. So that's kind of where I'm thinking price is likely to go. This is because this was a previous area of support that's turned into resistance. We've now broken through it. Are we going to turn it back into support? Okay, so if we think about this, resistance, breakthrough, come back, test it as support, and then rally again. So it's the most logical area that we're going to be trying to think about coming back down to retest it and turn it into a bit of a support range. Obviously, a lot of people are saying, well, it's pumped, it's dumped, you've pretty much wiped out all those gains. Yeah. Well, profits have been taken. This is a trading game, right? Essentially, people who are buying right at the very top here do not understand how the markets are working, right? But if you are anyone who's in the cheeky crypto community, the CC member sections or whatever, what was going on, the crack here, and it's about buying nice and cheap and nice and low, dollar cost averaging into those positions at great value, and then where you are right now is a fantastic position, right? A good example is I accidentally, although I had my orders placed, purchased XRP at 30 cent, and I've seen, 212% in gains up to that high point. Right now, it's still sat at 137% in gains, right? So it's not that it really matters if you've got a long-term horizon set to your sights. If you did buy up here at 90 odd cent, 93 cent, if you were, as long as you don't sell, you're not going to lose, because I do see a future where this is much higher, right? And so when I see all those comments about, it's already come down, it's shitcoin or whatever, all I have to say is it doesn't make sense to have that mindset. You're doing yourself a disservice by not actually paying attention to and how to actually learn this stuff and to kind of pay attention to the markets as they are intended to be paid attention to. A lot of people just think that it's as simple as, drawing a trend line on here and you're going to the moon when you break above it. And it's not as simple as that at all, right? We are doing some obvious bearish things here as well we cannot ignore, which are higher highs and higher lows. I talk about this all the time. That's not a strong position to be in. This will have a tendency to break on down. So profits will get taken at some point. That'll probably be when the Fed pivots, if I'm being brutally honest. Okay, so for XRP here, I think, it's great. It's good. Sorry, guys. I'm really not well at the moment. A bit of an infection on my chest. But I think for the most part, guys, that the future is bright, right? We aren't where it needs to be yet. I think there's better pricings to come. I think we're going to see some great accumulation still. I think the bottom is probably in for XRP. Hard to say. We haven't got a good structure here to be, really confident on that. And we cannot rule out one of the biggest concerns I have for all of crypto is a big crash in the market like this, right? And this goes for Bitcoin and it goes for all the others as well. So we have to kind of just, take a look at it and take it one step at a time. I think it's great that we've seen XRP with clarity on why we've seen it get relisted in the US on so many exchanges, and I think the future is bright in terms of where I think the future of cryptocurrency is going. But we cannot distract ourselves from those bearish situations as well, where we will see better prices, where we'll be able to dollar cost average better positions for the future. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments down below. Really interested to kind of get everyone's thoughts and opinions on where they think things are going here for XRP. And if you found it useful, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe, and don't forget to join us down in Discord. Until the next one though, guys, have a fantastic day.
We are not financial advisors, and none of what we have communicated verbally or in writing here should be considered as financial advice. It is not. Do your own research before investing in any digital asset or affiliate offers, and understand that investing in any crypto is risky. If you do, you need to be prepared to lose your entire investment. This video is for information and entertainment purposes only. All our videos are strictly personal opinions. Please make sure you do your own research and never take our opinions for financial guidance. There are multiple strategies, and not all strategies fit all people. Our videos are not financial advice.